Everyone, it's Dr. Brown. I'm at the gas station here. I know a lot of you are on the road constantly, so this is a familiar sight, but come with me, let's look at some healthy options in here. So, candy aisle. Let's skip this for now. It's awfully tempting when you're hungry and you just want something to chew on, but let's pass this by and look at some other stuff. Protein bars along here. Sometimes you just need to get something quick and easy, and a protein bar. So some of my favorites, if you work out a lot, use a lot of energy, the Cliff Bars can be okay. But just examining these here, total carbohydrates in this one bar, 40 grams of carbs. So it's pretty high in carbohydrates. There's some protein though, so if you like to work out and need fast energy, there's worse things to buy. These little RX bars, I kind of like these, minimally processed. They tell you what the ingredients are. They're pretty sweet. Again, these are just supplements to use if you're feeling really hungry and you're in a pinch. Kind bars can be nice. These two, you can see the nuts on them, so at least they're not as processed. So the first ingredient, almonds, second is peanuts. Then there's something called chicory root fiber. Chicory root is a fiber, but it's also a natural sweetener. So it can be bloating, but protein 6, and that's in one bar. And the carbs in this, 16 grams of carbs, but 7 grams of fiber. So if you're constipated, there you go. So this example here, protein 20 grams, and that's in one bar. A little bit of fat, which isn't bad. Total carbs 18, little fiber. So if you need a protein source, this would be a better choice than some of the others. These, no. I mean, I buy it for my kids occasionally, not for myself. Okay, everyone, drink section. Choices. It kind of gets crazy. I usually skip over most of this, but I'm gonna pull out a few things because I want you guys to see some comparisons. So just a regular Pepsi, a Red Bull, we'll pull one of those out. Gatorade. So this is an important fact to realize when you pick out a drink. So you might say this is a full serving, but there are 2.5 servings per container. So most of us end up drinking the whole container. So you have to think about serving size. So this has per container and per serving. So you can look at that part of the nutrition label, and you'll see that it has 51 grams of carbohydrates in this one container. And looking at the ingredients, water is obviously the first ingredient. These are mostly liquid, but the second is sugar. This is sugar water. That's blue sugar water. The Red Bull example, 41 grams of carbohydrate. The total sugars are 38. Same thing with this one. The second ingredient is sugar. But there's caffeine, so people want this because it's caffeinated, right? Same with Pepsi. But I would just argue you can get that from a black coffee. And then this is a great example. So the serving size here is one bottle of pop, and it's 69 grams of carbohydrates, all from sugar. And its second ingredient after water is high fructose corn syrup, which is sugar, arguably maybe a worse form of sugar. So these are 3 examples of things I personally wouldn't drink. Now, if you have it for a treat, here a couple times a month, here and there, I think there's everything in moderation, but definitely not daily. So I pulled out some other choices. Gatorade Zero is a big deal. A lot of the bariatric doctors will have post-bariatric patients go on this because the carbohydrates are low, and that's because of the way it's flavored. Sucralose is how they're flavoring this particular beverage. So you would say, well, I'm drinking a zero, so it's probably okay. But we know through studies that these drinks with the zero carbohydrates, they still taste sweet to our bodies. And so our brain doesn't necessarily turn off that satiety center. So we still might overeat or feel hungry even after our body thinks it's drank sugar. So that can be a little counterintuitive and a bit hard to understand, but we've definitely been understanding that better and better. Let's look at this Body Armor, which is kind of similar to Gatorade, but this is one of the zero sugar ones. And again, the total carbohydrates are 0, but it's flavored with some stevia. I would argue that stevia is probably a better sweetening option than some of the others, but that's a choice. And then one that I've even bought for my kids before would be Prime. Prime has 6 grams of carbohydrates, and it's made with water and coconut water, but it has some other flavors, so it's not just sugar. All right, so you'll hear me talk about looking at the nutrition label because there's a lot you can tell from it, and one of the most important things at the top is the serving size. So like I was showing you on drinks, we have the serving sizes. Is the whole beverage considered one serving size, or are there 2 or 3 in that? Same is true for this. It'll tell you usually like how many pretzels or crackers or chips are in one serving size. And if you have more than that, you just do simple multiplication. The big things that I like to look at on a nutrition label, I like to look at total fat. I mean, we need fat to survive. Like, obviously you don't eat your diet just to be fat, but we think about those macronutrients, and fat is one of them. I also like to look at sodium because a lot of folks with high blood pressure or folks that feel like they swell really easily, they need to know how much sodium they're eating. And it's pretty obvious that stuff like this is going to be packed full of it, but sometimes you'd be surprised to know how much sodium was actually in something. Another thing that I love to look at, it's my go-to, is the total carbohydrates. And this is 19 grams, and the serving size is about 16 pieces of these little pretzels. 19 grams of carbohydrate, it's like half a can of pop. Most Americans exceed 100 carbohydrates in their daily diet very easily, but when people want to lose weight, that's one of the first things I have them calculate. I have them calculate their total carbohydrates for the day, and it helps us put in perspective, wow, like I'm really in excess of maybe what my body needs in that particular range. Fiber, oh gosh, I love fiber. So fiber is found in fruits and vegetables, not in this stuff. So like, let's pull a couple things just for fun to look at fiber. The fiber here is less than 1. Veggie straws, right? My children love these things. Veggie straws, 0, maybe 1. Also hardly no protein. And skinny popcorn. Popcorn has fiber, right? Let's just look for fun. Popcorn has 2 grams of fiber, and that's in 1 package. Not very high. And 14 grams of carbohydrate. So yeah, if you wanted some crunch and it wasn't terrible, this would be a better option than some of the other choices. Okay, so gas stations have been really good about providing a fresh produce section. So I would encourage everybody to like check it out. And sometimes it can seem pathetic or sad and not so exciting when it's like right next to the yummy pizza that's smelling good, but I would encourage you to have a look. So of course, like the fruits and veggies can be overpriced, but like I would argue getting a little bit of that for the micronutrients and the sweetness is a good thing. And then one of the secrets to this area that I love are right here, these little guys. So it looks super boring. They're just hard-boiled eggs, but they've been deshelled. All you got to do is rinse these puppies off, and if you got a clean pocket knife, slice them in half. I actually love to carry salt in the car because you salt these babies, they taste good. And then let's check out this nutrition label. So we have total fat. Well, first of all, 1 serving per container. So serving size is 2 eggs. So this is 1 serving. It has 8 grams of fat. It has some sodium already, only 1 gram of carb, and 11 grams of protein, plus some vitamins, vitamin D, calcium, iron, potassium. This will help fill you up. It'll taste good. It won't bloat you. This is one of my boring go-to things at a gas station. If you don't have a dairy issue, cheese sticks are fine. Cheese is low carb, healthy fat. Again, not a lot of fiber, but it'll help keep you full. Gosh, I love salads. I don't know how good a gas station salad would be, but it might be better than nothing if you've been on the road for a few weeks and you haven't had a salad. Yogurt can be kind of tricky. I typically think it's full of sugar, but there's even these. So this is just like meat and cheese, and then pickles. So in this section, there's some fair choices. All right, guys, so you've heard me talk about what to drink, what not to drink. I usually have my handy water bottle and coffee mug with me. I feel ridiculous saying it because everybody knows, but we need to drink water, and we all don't do a good job of drinking water. But looky here, it has its own one in this situation. Usually I have to hunt for it because it's a little white tab, and you get water. And tap water's fine, it's fine. And then over here, yes, in a weak moment, even I have got the sweet, nice coffees, or I'll go to Starbucks, but even better, the plain stuff, a nice roast. If you need to add like a heavy whipping cream or a little bit of milk to it, you can, but just plain coffee can taste great too. They even have like some little half and half here. Heavy whipping cream would be my go-to. That's going to be hard to find here, so you have to get some milk or some of that to make do. Coffee's amazing. It has antioxidants. It tastes good, and it's an appetite suppressant. And of course, the caffeine, do I have to say. When I come into a gas station, I'm usually ravenous. I want to like eat something and feel full, and not be super tired afterwards. Like, those are my priorities. So I'm going to stop off and get my coffee and my water. I'm going to swing by and get my eggs and cheese, and you should do the same thing. And yeah, I'll probably grab crackers because I'm going to want some carbohydrate to eat on my crackers so I feel full later. And if you're a meat eater, then you can grab some of the cold cuts or choices over there. But this should be a go-to for everyone too. If you don't have a nut allergy, I'm getting pistachios and cashews here, and I can throw this in the car with me, and it's gonna help me from pigging out on the chips that my friend bought. So these are definitely things I would buy here. So I know it's incredibly hard to come into the gas station and try to eat well, but I would encourage you to try to make some better choices. They don't have to be perfect, but better, because you're gonna be back on the road. You don't wanna feel tired, you don't wanna feel bloated. Get something with some fiber, get something fresh. Just focus on yourself, be a little selfish. Yeah, it might cost a little bit more money, but I think if you start making small changes, and in the long run, you'll be glad you did. And it will encourage you too to travel with some things already in your truck. You know, because I can buy a huge thing of nuts at Sam's Club and Walmart, and totally beat the price here. So hopefully it's caused you to take pause and think about how you travel on the road, and I'll see you next time.